When I was 14, I planned my wedding.
This one's wife. What's with all the PDA? Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. This one's wife and Harry have faced repeated speculation about the state of their marriage. This has been as a consequence of instances where Harry has appeared in public not looking particularly happy, and also the fact that they hadn't been seen together for a number of weeks as part of this supposed professional separation. We have, however, at the Invictus Games, seen the pair of them naturally together, because this one's wife isn't going to miss an opportunity to hijack the games and make it all about her, and repeated instances of public displays of affection. This rather flies in the face of the suggestion that they were separated and that the divorce is imminent. But what's actually behind all of this, given that so many people regard this one's wife as not being able to stand Harry? Well, oddly enough, hello! Pick up the mantle of telling us more about their PDAs. We've seen them from the off. The instance of kissing Harry when introducing him at the event that took place on the eve of the opening ceremony, where this one's wife, of course, clamped her hands to his face and gave him a kiss. We saw her do that again in the crowd. We have seen various instances of her leaning her head on his shoulder, cuddling up to him, putting her hand on his leg, gripping his arm, and at another event, the two of them cozying up. The various pictures in relation to this will be floating across your screen as I speak to you. Phoebe Tatham tells us the Duke and Duchess of Sussex were in high spirits at the weekend as they celebrated the opening of the 2025 Invictus Games. On Saturday evening, the pair attended the star-studded opening ceremony, which included an array of spellbinding performances from the likes of Nelly Furtado and Chris Martin. Amidst the hustle and bustle, Prince Harry and his wife, this one's wife, were also able to enjoy a handful of more intimate moments during the NHL game between the Vancouver Canucks and the Toronto Maple Leafs. Photos from the evening show the pair looking loved up in the stalls, with beaming smiles stretched across their faces. One romantic picture shows Harry and this one's wife sharing a romantic kiss, while a second shows the Duchess sweetly resting her head on Harry's shoulder. The couple were also seen laughing and smiling as they soaked up some sporting action alongside Canadian singer and close friend Michael Bublé. The pair couldn't contain their excitement as they joined guests in the VIP section of Rogers Arena. The couple beamed as they watched the NHL game. They shared a romantic kiss amid the sporting action. This one's wife looked elegant, wearing a smart Givenchy long coat. This one's wife and Harry were joined by Canadian singer and songwriter Michael Bublé. They later joined the Feeling Good hitmaker and his wife, Louisiana, at an Indian restaurant south of downtown Vancouver, which they visited in 2024, and where Prince William and Princess Kate have also dined. It's Catherine. The four were also joined by one of this one's wife's close friends, Chantelle Humphrey, and her husband, Luke. Chantelle was this one's wife's first ever assistant when she lived in Canada to work on the TV show Suits. So not actually a friend, but somebody that worked with her. Once again, this one's wife, because she doesn't have any genuine friends, having to pass off somebody that she worked with as her friend. Accordingly, we have been subjected to these various instances of public displays of affection, which many people would think, goodness me, you're not teenagers, you're both in your 40s, sort yourselves out. Why is this happening? Well, as you know, Harry is in the sustained devaluation. The golden period with the Narcissist lasts roughly 6 to 18 months, can go somewhat longer, but generally that's what it is. And then you're into the sustained devaluation. But what you're witnessing here, as ever, is this one's wife controlling Harry through a physical means, kissing him, touching him, putting her head on his shoulder. It's a benign manipulation. It is not genuine. It's not done because she loves him, although she thinks that she does. She is bereft of emotional empathy and simply The way that she is behaving is to manipulate him for the purposes of asserting control over him and drawing fuel by way of his responses from him as the intimate partner primary source. She also, of course, knows that she's going to be filmed and photographed, and therefore, once again, it's performative. Look at me and my idyllic marriage. It's all part of an attempt, of course, to turn around her dreadful image. That once again, her narcissism causes her to engage in this facade management to try and convince people that she truly is a lovely person. After the criticism that she has received in relation to her ridiculous running along the beach video, the laughter around the video concerning the death of her dog, the ridicule that occurred in relation to the trailer, her considerable criticism as a consequence of the grief ghoul that turned up at the LA fires, not once but twice, it's clear that she has been advised to look to turn matters around. And for Harry, he's the beneficiary of a respite period, whereby the malign behaviours of the narcissist are put to one side and he gets a return to the golden period. It won't last because it's only being done because it's self-serving on her part. It enables her to control him and draw fuel, and most importantly of all, to manage the facade to try and show to the outside world, look at us. It's rather pathetic, and many people see straight through it. The dim-witted sugars, of course, will say how cute, how lovely. The uninformed may well believe that it is a genuinely affectionate couple. Harry, of course, continues to love her, trapped in the delusion of the awful shared fantasy into which she sucked him. But she does not love him. This is performative, but he doesn't seem to realise. He knows that she can be awful. He's seen her behave that way to other people, and she has behaved like that way to him. But like many victims of narcissists, when there's a period of calm and a period of affection, it is a relief from all of the anguish and anxiety, and the victim invariably grasps it with both hands. These public displays of affection are little more than the con artist at work once again, seeking to control her husband and seeking to convince the rest of the world that she's a really lovely and loved-up person. Those of you that are informed know that this is just a narcissist at work, a narcissist manipulating, but this time in a benign fashion. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.